Hey everybody, welcome to Point Fighter Live, Sport Karate Live on Point Fighter Live. I'm Alex Reyes. We're gonna have a great show tonight. Thanks for tuning in. We're gonna have Anthony Merricks and Mellissa Baillargeon. I think I pronounced it right. They were winners of the Capital Classics last weekend. We're gonna have a great show. Bring on the winners of the event and just talk some sport karate. So if you're tuning in, make sure you give us a share. Thanks for tuning in. Sport Karate is live and just doing great. What's going on? If let us know where you're watching from too, and give us some comments below. If you have any questions for the guests, go ahead and comment. And what else can I say, baby? Power. Woo, what's up? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, so Capital Classics was this past weekend, NASCAR World Rated event. Anthony Merricks, he won the heavyweight grands. Mellissa, she cleaned up. She won a bunch of divisions. So I'm excited to have both of them on the show. Anthony has been on the show a few times. So, I'm excited always to talk with him. And Mellissa, it's going to be great to get to know her. Um, there she is holding that pyramid. That's pretty cool. That award, the Grand Championship Award right there. There you go. What's going on? Power, baby. Give us a share. And it's a great show. We're going to have a great show. I'm about to share it right now. Give us a share as well. Like I said, if you have any comments or questions for the guests, let us know and we'll share it right now too. We'll post it. Here we go. I'm about to share it and we're gonna start the show in just a minute. All right. Here we go. All right. Okay, guys. All right. Well, Capital Classics, great event last weekend. It was Point Fighter approved. If there's a bunch of great Point Fighter approved events right now going on in the sport. This weekend we have another Point Fighter approved event, the Mousetrap Challenge in Central Florida. There's a power ring. Jackson Rudolph won the power ring last weekend. It was the first time, I believe, that a forms or weapons competitor has won it. So congrats to him as well. And it's sponsored by Doors Brothers. What's going on? Power, baby. Yes. Thanks for tuning in. Yes. Here we go. Here we go. Thanks for tuning in. Give us a share. So Doors Brothers, great company, the godfather of awards. Make sure you guys support him. If you need anything for your school or for a tournament, he's a man to call right there. Fighters Inc., another sponsor of the event. This month you could get 15% off all the products by August 15th. So that's it. The deadline is right here. Use code August 15th. Actually, the code is till August 30th, I believe. So check out the details on the page. Here we go. Thanks for watching. Power, baby. Yes. Yes. Give us some comments. We'll share it on the page. Another sponsor of the show, of course, ASG. How about those red uniforms? Check those out. All red, solid, beautiful uniforms. And, next level cleaned up. Capital Classics was a great event. Like always, some of the winners right here. We're just going to post some of the pictures that were posted on the page. Updates right there. It was a great event. Awesome tournament right there. Just showing some love to all the winners right here. Congratulations. Christian Rivas is back. He won his division as well. There you go. Power, baby. Power, yes. Alex Mancia won overall grands as well for his junior division as well. That was great. Congrats to him. All right. Well, we're just going to jump on in. We're going to bring on, ladies first, of course. We're going to bring on Mellissa to start the show. And then we'll bring on Anthony to end the show. So thanks for tuning in. Like I said, give us a share. If you have any comments or questions, go ahead and comment right there and we'll get it up there. Okay? And we'll ask it. All right, here we go. Let's get Mellissa on.
Hey, Alex.
Hey, welcome to Point Fighter Live. Everything
Thank you.
good?
Good, very
Awesome.
good.
Awesome. Congratulations on your success at the Capital Classics. You had a great event, huh?
Yeah, I did pretty well. I won two first place in traditional challenge and traditional forms. I also won the overall during the afternoon. Also, we did another match, me and Sammy, for another grand champion something, and I won.
Yes, awesome. Congratulations. Now, you're pretty much a traditional stylist with forms, right?
Yeah, right.
Now,
Um,
do you now when you compete for the overall against everybody, right? So you kind of have to work a little bit harder because, like, you're doing just the karate and like hardcore karate right there and traditional stuff where everybody else is doing maybe some flashier things, right? So do you see that as being a more challenge for you as opposed to other competitors? Like, is it harder to win overall for you?
yeah, it's difficult because, like you said, they have more flash or wow, but I also have to work hard on um, getting that wow I can provide, and it's also good because for other tournaments, I I get better by practicing special moves or by entertaining judges.
Yeah, for sure. The judges, like you said, the judges have to be very good judges as well. They have to know, right? Because if you're a judge, you have to kind of like in an overall grand champion, you have to kind of know a little bit of everything too, right? So judges play a big role in these tournaments. So NASCA does a good job with that. Now, it's not your first overall, right? You've won a few in your career.
Yeah, last year I won 8 overalls, and this year I'm at 3.
Wow, that's great. That's really good. And you're pretty young though, right? You're only like 20, 21 years old, yes?
Right.
Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome. Now give us some history. Let's get to know you a little better. You're from Canada, Quebec City, right?
Quebec City, yeah, the city of the Quebec Open.
Awesome, awesome. So when did you get started with martial arts?
I started 10 years ago. Uh, I started at 10, 11 years old, so it hasn't been
So
a
10,
long
11.
time.
That's awesome. So when did you start going to events like karate
Um,
tournaments?
Half a year after I started karate.
6 months in. Yeah. That's awesome. That's great. And then okay, so you're like about like 10 years ago you're doing some events, you're competing. When did you realize that you're like, okay, I want to do this for real and compete nationally and everything like you're doing now? It was a moment that you had that you're like, I want to do this.
Well, when I saw the my first night show of the Quebec Open, I told my dad one day I'm gonna be on that stage. So it kept me like the flame in me for it.
Wow, that's great. Yeah, and Quebec Open is known for a great night show as well, right? It's like it's
Oh
really
yeah,
good to be on that stage. And you made it on that stage, right?
yeah, many times. Um, since 2015, I'm always on that stage.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So, you are also on Team NMAC as well, right, with Michael Politi.
Hmm.
How long
Since
have you been on the team?
3 years, 3 years and a half, since compete nationals 3 years ago.
That's awesome. Now, the team has many players, right? Like it's a very big team. Give us your experience on being on the team. I believe this is the first time we have a member from the team on the show, and Michael's a great guy. He's a promoter of the Toronto tournament. He sponsors a team. He has a bunch of competitors out there and players. How is your experience on the team so far?
I find great. It's a good ambience, and we're so many, so we can have many friends. And we're not only from one country. There's people
Yeah.
from Mexico, Guatemala. Canada, USA. So it's
Yeah,
pretty good.
it's very international for sure, for sure.
Mm.
Hey, now you also compete outside of NASCAR as well, right? You also compete in like the WKF events.
Yeah, I started last year
Awesome.
to.
Now, how have you done so far at those? Are you doing pretty good?
Yeah, last year I qualified uh, at the nationals. I got a third place. So this year I'm looking forward for more to
Nice,
get
nice.
in the
So
top two.
now, how do you have to adjust? Like, let's say, for NASCAR, and then you're doing a WKF tournament. What are some of the changes that you have to make for, adjustments for the WKF events?
WKF it's more technical. They they want less show and
Mm-hmm.
they want more clean techniques. So
Yeah.
you have to be really precise with your punches or stance, like everything. They see everything.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So like, all right, so you have to so let's say have you ever had a tournament like WKF one weekend and then like a NASCAR event or a sport karate event like a weekend before or after, like close to each other?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's
So how's the
mixing me
train
up.
so how's the training for that? Like do you have like one day WKF, one day for or do you just do it every training you're formed the same way pretty much?
I try to do the same way, but I have to train more katas for WKF. So the week
Yes.
of my WKF tournament, I practice more katas, and the NASCAR tournament, I focus on one kata.
One kata, yeah, for sure, for sure. Now, what are some you're still pretty young and you've won some overalls already. What are some of your goals that you have in the sport?
In sports karate, I want to uh, continue doing what I do and continue winning overalls. And I continue NASCAR to get better in performing um, uh, in front of an audience. But for WKF, I want to be top two, like I said earlier, to go to Pan
Yeah.
Am's, and I also want to go to World Championship.
Awesome. Hey, so a lot of competitors before they compete, they kind of have like a ritual, right? Like they kind of have like, a pattern, a routine that they do before they compete. Like I guess, what's your routine? Do some people listen to music, some people kind of like talk to friends, they watch, like what do you do? What's your ritual like before you compete as you're getting ready that day?
Um, right before passing,
Yeah,
the
that day yeah, that day, let's say to kind of ease your nerves, what do you do? Is there anything that you do, just to get yourself in the zone, to get yourself ready to compete? Is there anything special that you do, or you're just like there taking care of business and bam?
well, I tried to move a bit to get warm up, and I like to relax and keep in mind what I have to do. That's pretty
There you
much
go,
what.
awesome. Hey, so what's your next event that you're gonna do? You're competing
Uh,
at?
it's a Series A, a WKF tournament um, at Santiago in Chile.
Awesome. That's good. Hey, the traveling is really cool as well. That's one of the cool things about competing, in sport karate is meeting friends and just competing and traveling. That's awesome. Hey, it was great to have you on the show. Thanks for joining us. Congratulations again on Capital Classics. Now, you also told me earlier that Capital Classics was your first USA event, right? Or like last year or a few years back, right? So it's a pretty special event for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Also, it's my fourth time I'm winning the overall woman forms. So
There you
pretty
go.
amazing.
Awesome. That you got a good streak going on right there. Congratulations again, and thanks for joining us. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Okay. So we're gonna bring on Anthony Merricks and have a great show today. What's up, Ant?
What's good, baby?
Everything good?
Can't complain, can't complain.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Thanks for joining us.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations, man. You won
Thank you, sir.
Capital Classics, the heavyweight grant. And, man, you've been on a roll lately. Like, you've been, you could see it like at the U.S. Open. You were really, really close right there. And just like, you're really hot.
Yes,
So,
sir.
congratulations on your win
Thank you, sir.
at Caps. How'd you enjoy the event?
It's always an awesome event. I've always loved Capital Classic since I was a kid. Growing up and watching my instructors win it, my teammates win it as I was coming up. And this is one big tournament I always wanted to win, and I actually completed it. So I'm just like super happy right now. But I plan
Yeah,
on
man,
doing it
for
more
sure.
consistently. Honestly, it's time to turn a new page and not just be a good fighter. I want to be an elite fighter.
Hey, like you said, consistency, right?
Yes, sir.
Man, I've been seeing you compete like for years, right? Like without stopping pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much you compete, you have no off season. So how's your training go? Do you ever have like, let's say after a tournament,
hmm
do you ever tell yourself, okay, I'm gonna take a little bit of time off,
There's no days
or you
off.
just or it's just
No days
nonstop?
off. There's no days off. Especially with Jesse, there is no days off. He's not having that. You take a day off, trust and believe you're getting a text message, a phone call, and a voicemail at the by the time the day is over. And then if you do show up to the karate school, he's gonna say, "What happened to you this morning?"
Man, so even when you won
Oh yeah,
this
when I
past
won the
weekend,
overall, I was in the dojo the next day.
yeah, that's great, man.
Yeah,
That's great. So, so for you, it works. It works. Just keep going, not having any time off or anything.
right.
Now, you haven't been injured too, right? You haven't really been injured, like
Not since I was a
with a
kid.
bad injury,
I
right?
broke my ankle when I was like a green belt, but other than that, no really serious injuries.
Yeah, man,
Maybe
that's
a
great.
busted lip here or there. That's it. And
That's awesome,
the
bro.
only
Hey,
crazy injury I had was I cracked my ribs a few years back, but other than that, nothing. That's
hey,
it.
but when you crack your ribs, did you take time off for that or not?
I was still out. I put a chest protector on, and I was still in that ring.
Oh man. Hey, it's crazy how people have their strategies, like
Yeah,
how their mindset. Like some people kind of
it's a
have like a
mental
fight
game.
camp.
It's more of a mental game.
Yeah, it's a mental game. Hey, that's what I'm gonna say. It's like it's a mental game, and some people, everybody's different. Like what works for somebody may not work for somebody else. Like I know some people, they kind of like to have their camp where they're getting ready for an event, and they just they train, and then after the event they take a little bit off. But some people are just like nonstop, nonstop,
And some
and
people just train a week or two before an event.
oh man, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. But those, I don't know how they do that,
exactly.
but yeah, you gotta. I think you gotta take. Hey, that's a good topic right there for people, right? Like
exactly.
as a champion, you are nonstop, right? And
Non-stop all year.
yeah, nonstop. So
Even
that
in the
would be
off
your advice. Just
seasons,
keep
when there's
going.
no tournaments going on, you still have to train.
Yeah, man, exactly. I think that's a great tip for everybody. But man, to just train a few weeks before, that's like, man, I don't know.
That's terrible.
I don't recommend that to anybody. For sure, for sure. Hey, so how about those new uniforms?
Oh man, those new unis are amazing. I mean, mine
Yeah,
was a little big. I had to change my size, but my kicks were getting up over the
man.
weekend.
Hey, all red. It looked really nice. I noticed a bunch of people
Oh, trust and believe.
complimenting you guys on it.
A few other teams are like, "Yo, tell Jesse I need a uni."
Hey, so how did the rest of the team do? I know you
Oh,
guys did pretty well.
Everybody pretty much
give us
cleaned
the
up.
stats.
Darren took first. He went to the wire in his grand. Tyson, you know him. He's always winning. He won his grand. We got a new girl on the team, Layla from Florida. She did her thing. She also won her grand. Um, the Blazers did their thing. Gunner did his thing. Uh, who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? And then Kodak was around coaching everybody. He's so loud, and the energy from Next Level was just amazing. Julia Plucker, she did her
Oh
thing
yeah.
as well. She won 3 weapon divisions. Jonah did his thing as well. It was just a next level weekend. Like we just went out there and did our thing, scraped up. I warmed up on Saturday doing forms in the morning actually.
Oh yeah. How'd you do?
Don't remember. I mean, it was like fourth or fifth place, one of the two.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, but you compete forms like in the
I do it. I
regionally,
do it
right?
locally.
Or
Yeah,
all the time.
regionally, I do weapons forms and I fight. I do all three, and
All three.
most of the time I win.
Yeah.
It's
Hey.
just like I
Hey.
haven't
Now.
done it on NASCAR because right now, it's all about the politics right now. So it's like I just I'm like, you know what, whatever. I'm just gonna fight now. You can't take it from me. I clearly kicked him in the face, so it is what it is.
Hey, but like you said, it's a good warm up as
Yeah,
well,
it was
right?
a good warm up. Definitely had
Yeah,
a
man,
fun
for
weekend.
sure.
Yeah, fun
Hey,
weekend.
so this was the first time you won caps,
Yeah,
right?
first time I won Capital Classics.
Awesome,
I've
awesome.
I've I've been pretty
Now I
close a
know you
few
have a
times, but now
list.
I actually got it. Yeah.
Yeah, you've won. Hey, but you've been on a good roll. You've gotten some big wins this year.
Yes, sir.
Um, is there anything like, and you've had big wins in the past, right? But
Hmm.
like, is there any adjustments that you've made this year, um, lately that kind of helped you take it even more to the next level?
Yes. There's one thing that kind of stuck with me back in the days. Jody used to call people Benjamin, and Benjamin is a person who only wins first place.
Ah, yeah.
That's all you get is that $100. So I just always, I just want to be elite, and I would just want to continue winning overalls over and over again, and just continue to follow the legacy that Jesse left behind.
Yeah, man. Hey, so that's like a great goal right there.
Yeah.
Winning first place isn't enough,
It's not.
right?
It's definitely not. All right, cool. You won first place, but nobody. I mean, you're recognized, but not as much as you winning the whole tournament.
Yeah, man.
It's
It's
like the
true.
last
It's
man
true.
standing.
Yeah, it is. Hey, and you're in the heavyweight division, right?
Yes, sir.
Man. There's so many
And
great
it's.
fighters
I'm not
right
gonna
now
lie to
there,
you.
right?
My division's been the biggest division all year. Like it
Man,
hasn't been no. Like my division's always like 16 fighters or more.
yeah, man. I noticed that it's
Yeah.
been really stacked, but
Like
everybody,
at the battle, we had like 23 fighters. It was crazy.
wow, bro, 23.
Yeah.
Hey, and everybody is fast,
Everybody's quick,
strong.
good,
They
and
hit
especially when
hard.
it comes down to the final 4 or 5 people in the division, it
Uh,
comes down to whoever makes the least amount of mistakes. Honestly.
yeah, man, for sure, for sure. I think that the heavyweight division right now is like really stacked, and
Yeah, it
like you
is.
said, it's exciting. It's always been it's always good for the sport because when you have big heavyweights going at it really hard and fast and
Hmm.
strong, it's really exciting. That's been the case for boxing and other
Yep.
sports too. When the heavyweights go at it, it's just something to it right
It's more
there.
exciting. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just more exciting right there. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Hey, so what's your next event that you're gonna be doing?
Queen of New York, our
Yes, Queen
tournament.
of New York.
Yes.
Hey, that's gonna be an awesome event.
Yes, it is.
Jesse Ray, and it's sponsored by Swerve hashtag. FF Female Fighters Matter too, and
Right.
it's open to everybody, men, women,
Everybody, men,
kids,
women,
everybody.
kids, everybody. So don't just think it's a female tournament. No, we're just recognizing our women. It's for all competitors. If you're a male or female, it doesn't matter. Old, young, please come support. Jesse's a great guy. He's a great instructor, and his tournament is always amazing. Fast run.
First
Overalls
class.
is done by at least 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and you can come to New York and just enjoy our city. It's really amazing, and it's at a warm time of the year as well.
Yeah, it's a great time of the year
Yeah,
because it's warm, but September it's starting not super hot like in
exactly.
the summer. So great time of the year. We're gonna be doing a pre-show as well for that.
Perfect.
It's a great event, and you guys don't want to miss it. And hey, so um, earlier we were talking about some of the things that competitors do to get in that zone,
Hmm.
right? Like, is there something? Do you have like a warm up ritual or just a thing to get in your zone before you
Uh,
compete?
well, I listen to music. Specifically, I listen to Nas, Little Future, and some DMX or Eminem. And then when I get in the ring before every fight, I say a prayer before every single fight. And then once I come out the prayer, sometimes I do my handshake with my teammates. And then as soon as I get that first hit, it's a wrap. That's it. I'm good to go.
It's a wrap.
I'm good to
That's
go.
it. Taking it to the next level
Yep.
right there for
Once I
sure.
get past that first fight, I'm on fire. It's a wrap.
Hey, and of course, how about advice? You're a veteran, a champion. How would you tell, anybody out there listening that's young,
Hmm.
like let's say, how do you warm up before you compete? Like how soon do you warm up and start stretching and getting there? Like, because sometimes you could be warming up too soon, right, or too
Right,
late.
right.
You want
True,
to hit that sweet spot. So
true,
what
true.
would you recommend to everybody out there listening?
I mean, what you want to do is obviously keep an eye out on your ring. Know what's going on in your ring. That's first and foremost. Especially as a black belt, you shouldn't have to wait on your instructor or your coach to tell you when you're going. You should know when you're going at all times. Um, you also want to know what divisions is coming up before your divisions or how many competitors is in that division, so you have enough time to warm up and stretch. Because I like to warm up and then stretch. I like to make sure my body's warm first, and
Yeah,
then I'll stretch out.
yeah.
And then after that, I'll just keep pacing back and forth. You watch us all the time. We're always pacing. So I'll pace back and forth for like an hour or two if I have to, and just listen to my music and stay in my zone and make sure I'm wet. And I'll wear like a hoodie just to keep me warm. Even after every fight, I put my hoodie right back on and my headphones right back in just so I can stay in that zone. Because a lot of people, I kept hearing this Jesse say this all weekend. People come up to you and talk to you before you fight to try to butter you up, and they know they're about to fight you.
Yeah.
And I really, I'm not gonna say I hate that, but I really do. Like if I'm in my zone and I know I gotta fight you soon, don't try to come up to me and talk to me before my match. I'm just putting this out there since everybody's
Hey,
watching
it's
right now.
true. Hey, it happens. It's true. It does happen,
I'm
and
I'm
yeah.
here
Hey,
to
so
win. I'm here to win.
so that's good advice right there
Yeah.
that you have though. So kind of like know, make a good estimate of when you're gonna compete, and
Right.
then you base it on that. So that's a good strategy right there on,
Exactly.
on warming up and start getting on your zone right there.
Yeah, you
That's
have
a
to get
great
in your
tip.
zone, guys, because remember, not everybody's sponsors, so you got to remember that not everybody comes from the state that we're in. You got plane tickets we're paying for, and hotel money, and all type of craziness. Some people are spending like thousands of dollars before they even step in a ring. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
man.
So it's like you got to take that into consideration.
Yeah, man. That's true. You gotta just go all in and make the most of that moment because you never it the another event is not even guaranteed for you, right?
Exactly.
So yeah, that's great advice right there. Hey, so congratulations again,
Thank you,
Capital
sir.
Classics. Great to have you on the show.
Thank you, sir.
I'll be seeing you soon,
Oh,
and
definitely.
thanks for joining us. Thanks
Uh,
to everybody out there
yes, sir.
for joining us on Point Fighter Live, Sport Karate Live. Great show.
I'll
Make
see
sure you
you in
guys give us
Miami
a
too.
share. Yes, sir. Power, baby. See you guys
Power.
soon.